Good afternoon. We'll try this again. Jeff Dawson from a very muggy, steamy Dallas, Texas. My God, it is. Because before I tried to do this earlier, I needed to take a friend to the auto shop, get a starting solenoid replaced. Here it didn't look too bad. Yeah, kind of an egg beater went through it. That's how muggy it is out there. This management video of stop talking and take action now is very relevant today. And I was with my friend who needed his car repaired. He'd been having difficulties with it. Well, the problem was we kept talking and talking and talking to the point I just got frustrated as hell and said, damn it, okay, what do we got here? What seems to be the problem? So we went through it. Was it the battery? I really thought it was the battery. I was wrong. I took a hydrant wrench and banged on the start on the solenoid and it started up. Well, this created another discussion. Are we going to get it fixed or are we not going to get it fixed? What do we want to do? Here is a number to the mechanic I go to. This guy, he's a very dear friend and I love him to death, but damn it, let's do something. Let's just not talk about it. How many meetings have you been in where we're going to have another meeting and another meeting to discuss the meetings that we've had and no action is taken? Well, sooner or later, someone's going to call you out on it and say, what the hell are you doing? Are you getting anything done? And you're going to sit there and twiddle your thumbs and go, well, you're going to have every excuse except have you resolved the problem? And when you say no, then they're going to say, and why haven't you done it? Well, we've been talking about it. Well, you've been talking about it for 3 damn weeks. What have you done to resolve the problem? And the answer is going to be nothing. We talked about it because we weren't sure. Well, you know, that's got to stop. On the construction jobs that I've been involved in through the years, if there was a problem, I got the people involved in it. How are we going to solve it? What's the best solution? And we made a call and we moved forward. We didn't sit around and wait for weeks and weeks and weeks. Now, I did have to do that dealing with the city of Dallas many times. And the only time you really get their attention with the municipality is when you say, all right, we're shutting the job down. You say you're going to shut the job down, and that gets people excited. Of course, you might hear where you're going to suffer liquidated damages. I will not if I have it documented that you didn't address a problem that is part of the critical path method on this project, and it's your incompetence that is stopping me from moving forward. It's pretty damn simple. Do your job. It goes back to the title of my book, Do Your Damn Job. But you have to take action. Don't wait for somebody else to be responsible for your job. How many people have seen that through the years? And then when you are called out and everyone's sitting at the round table, here goes the finger pointing everywhere but where it's supposed to be until the person in charge finally has to take action and say, that's your department, that was your job, why didn't you address it? And usually they sit there with their thumb up their butt and go, well, we didn't know. Well, did you come to me and say we had a problem? No. Did you realize you had a problem? Yes. So what did you do about it? Well, we talked about it. I didn't ask if you talked about it. I asked, what did you do about it? And from what I'm hearing, you've done nothing. You know, I've got the wrong man or woman in the wrong position, and you're being way overpaid. So you have a choice. Either start doing what you were hired to do or find a different job. That's it. Be done with it. We're not going to sit here and talk about it endlessly until the cows come home because it's counterproductive and they are wasting your money. And, you know, I don't care what generation you're dealing with. I've actually been called out a few times that my book is too harsh for the millennials. I don't care. Because what it comes down to is, have you done your job? What are we paying you now? $75,000, $100,000 a year. And what have you done to earn that? From what I can see, nothing. Oh, you got your feelings hurt. Well, that's too damn bad. When you start costing my company money, you're gone. That's it. That's the brass tacks of the whole thing. You can be kind and compassionate with employees, but when they start playing a card and don't want to take action because they're going to be responsible for the job that they were hired to do, then it's time for them to go. And everyone in your company needs to understand that. We can have company picnics, we can have outings, we can go on company trips, but there's a reason you're with this company. We hired you to do your damn job. We hired you to take action. We hired you to make decisions. We hired you to lead. You are a manager, correct? Yes. Then manage. Show us we made the right decision when we hired you. It's really that simple. And yeah, I was frustrated because with the auto repair, because we were talking about it. Well, it's time to stop talking. Do you want your vehicle to run or not? It's your choice. He made the right decision. He called the company I used. He's getting the problem fixed. He took action. Now, it took a lot of prodding. I won't deny that fact. It took prodding, but it got resolved. And that's what you have to do with your company and your employees. If there's a problem, you must take action. You hear that in sales meetings all the time. Call to action, call to action. Well, the sales force is bringing the work in, right? And they're doing pretty good. The only problem is your production people are laying down because they won't take it. Well, we've got a problem here. Well, who did you call? Well, I didn't call anybody. Well, why not? Well, I didn't know who to call. But you're the manager? Yes. So you're not doing your job. Well, you're not doing your job. Your job is to figure out how to resolve an issue. And if you don't know, you get on the phone and you find people that do know. And that is one thing my father taught me. He was in the explosives business with DuPont for 35 years. There is no stupid question, because in his line of work, if you didn't ask a question, people died. We're dealing with explosives at rock quarries and mines and dams. People die if they didn't ask questions. And he always told me there is no stupid question. It's just some are better than others. And he was very right. And it is that simple. If you don't know the answer, find someone who does. Whether they're with your company, whether with a competitor, whether they're with a supplier, it doesn't matter where you get the answer. It matters that you found an answer to resolve your problem. You took action. Now you can address the problem at your workplace and everyone can move forward instead of getting their ass chewed out for not taking action. And this is what I cover in my seminars. I don't use flowery terms. I don't make everybody feel good per se. We are there to discuss management techniques honestly, accurately, respectfully, and with a little kindness. But I will also fall back on, if we do all of this and you still don't do your damn job, you're gone. We've been as nice, we've been as tolerant as possible, and you are not performing. It's time for you to go waste somebody else's money and time and not mine. You take action, you get results. You take no action, you get zero results. And back in the day, they called it a pink slip. There's the door. Now, some issues will require a lot of discussion. I mean, think about NASA. But they took action. When the Challenger exploded, they had to figure out why that gasket, what caused that explosion. And then they figured out what it was. Well, they did the investigation and they took action. They found out what the problem was and they took action. They didn't sit around twiddling their thumbs. And I would not have wanted to have been on that team that had to figure out why the Challenger blew up and killed all those astronauts. Terrible accident. I still remember where I was the day that happened. But they took action. And that's what you need in your company. If you have people that aren't willing to put in the time and the effort to resolve a problem because they might be held responsible and it might not work out right, you got the wrong people. I have made plenty of mistakes in my career in construction. And if I made the wrong call, then I answered for it. I raised my hand up and said, I told them to do that. I'm not going to let my people hang out in the wind and get fried and dried. I told them to do it. Now, if they did something on their own that caused a problem, then I told them the same thing. You raise your hand and tell me that you directed your people to do that, and we can resolve the issue. If you don't, and I find out about it later, and it comes back on me, and I didn't know about it, son, your ass is mine. And I had meetings with the foreman, and I told them all together at one time, that's the way this game is played. This is how we're going to be responsible for our actions. But you will take action or you won't work for me. It's that simple. You make a mistake, you come and tell me you made a mistake. We will try and fix and resolve that issue. And if I can't, then I will notify my boss, hey, this is what we did. This is where we're at. It falls on me. Now we're trying to fix it. Do you have any suggestions? Whereas if my boss would find out about it from a contractor we were working for and he starts tearing me a new one, well, what am I going to do? Deny that I screwed up? I've seen it happen. I've seen people do it. I didn't do it. Who the hell did? If it wasn't you, who was it? And if you're too damn sensitive, find a different job. Build your own company. Because we don't care what generation you're from. We care about the results you're providing the company. Because for the most part, you all are being paid pretty well. Where you're not paid to sit on your butt and not take action. But just have meeting after meeting and talk about things. That's not the way it works in the business world. And if you're a good manager, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're a bad manager, you need a copy of my book, Do Your Damn Job. If you're in HR, you need a copy of this. It's just that simple. It's time to stop talking, and it's time to take action. Simple. It's time to stop talking, and it's time to take action.